Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Iron Personal Training YouTube channel. This time we're looking at the first session in my new block of training. So for those of you who've been watching the last few videos, you'll know that in my last training block we're doing 3 sets of 12 on the main movements. In this block we're moving to 3 sets of 10 and we're continuing to increase the weight as we go. So we've got 140 kilos on here, safety bar squats on to a box instead of just doing low bars for this one. And obviously, as you can see, as we're coming down, we're having a light sit on the box and then coming back up again. Some people, when they're box squatting, like to sit on the box and fully relax on the box and then shoot out from a dead stop position. I prefer this style of box squatting. So this is what I learned from watching Greg Panora, who likes to come down onto the box, have a slight sit on the box and then shoot out of the hole. The reason I prefer this is I feel like it increases my power at the bottom of a squat. And I feel like when you're doing the version where you basically deload or pause on the box, I find that doing just genuine pause squats are actually a better way of doing that. And I find they have a bigger crossover to my actual squat. So when I'm doing box squats like this, I like to have a light sit on the box and shoot out of that bottom position. So this was the last set. The first set was the first set that we did, and as you can see, everything's moving nice and firmly, like just going nicely basically, and moving through the gears nicely. Like I said with the last ones, a lot of the time we're doing this high rep work, obviously, because I'm still getting used to doing the high rep work. It's not the weight that's the problem, it's just not been used to doing these kinds of rep ranges, but definitely feeling a lot better than when I started the 12s at the beginning of the last block. So just getting ready for the last rep. To be honest with you, I'm probably making this look a lot harder than it actually was, and really I just need to get my act together and squat quicker than this without feeling like I need to take such a long break. We're then coming on to the second squat movement. Now we're going back to the low bar, and as you can notice in the last one, we've gone back to flats. So for the safety bar we're using raised shoes, and for the low bar we're doing flats. As you can see, the bar is a bit of an angle here. I did pick up a bit wonky. It didn't feel wonky at all. The only thing that I can tell was that it was tapping the left pin and wasn't tapping the right pin. So obviously something to work on with my pickup. And as you can see, we're doing tempo reps here. So nice and slow on the way down and then just shooting back up again. Doing eccentric training is something that has a great crossover to your training. Control on the way down in the squat and keeping a good position all the way through the movement. So we're just focusing on the eccentric on the way down, and like I say, trying to explode on the way up as we're going. Obviously getting a bit slower as we go along. Well, now we're going to do that again just from a bit of a different angle, just so you can see depth and everything. So as you can see, as we're coming down, getting nice and low and then just shooting back up. So doing this at the same weight, so 140 kilos, losing 25 kilo bar, with comp clips on as well, that obviously weigh 2.5 kilos. So yeah, these feel really good. I've always found that these tempo squats are a really good exercise to go in. I've always felt more comfortable and more stable in my squats when I've had these in as part of the program. So I would definitely recommend giving them a go if you've not done them before. Obviously pick a weight that's suitable for you. You don't be doing super heavy if you're going to do reps, but obviously you can drop reps if you want to go heavier as well. We're then coming on to hip thrusts now. I think hip thrusts are an exercise that pretty much everybody should have in their workout routine. Obviously really good for building that hip power, also good for helping the hamstrings as well. So whether at the top of a squat or at the top of a deadlift where you're trying to get your hips through quickly, I think these have a great crossover. And obviously having stronger glutes and having stronger hamstrings are always going to help when you're doing powerlifting or strongman, to be fair. We're then coming on to some split squats now. When I do split squats, I have to hold them to the rack or I just fall over straight away. So I'm not using it to pull myself back up, it's literally just there for my stability. I blame it on a bit of dyspraxia, but like I say, if I don't do them, I fall over. So it's either hold on to the rack while doing my split squats or don't do them at all. We're just doing these fairly light with the safety bar on my back, doing them at 60 kilos. Again with 25 kilos safety bar, and as you can see they're moving pretty nicely, to be fair. I do really like using split squat stands when I can. I think they do make a big difference and make the movement a lot easier than if you're doing it off the bench or even doing it off a bar. So yeah, really good to use these. And again, yeah, a movement that I think is really good. It really helps get the blood into the quads, helps with the glutes as well, so really helps strengthen that area. And obviously you want to be doing single leg work when you're powerlifting, which is something that's already hooked. Then just finish off with some Nordics, which are again an exercise that I love. Find myself looking maybe a bit silly while doing them, but that was the last exercise for the session, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, and if you have got any questions, use the link below to message me on my Instagram, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So once again, guys, thank you for listening, and see you in the next video.